Is there anything more heartbreaking in hockey than watching generational talent slip through your fingers because you were too cautious to make the bold move when it mattered most? What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, the Toronto Maple Leafs have a chance to not only replace what they lost in Mitch Marner, but actually upgrade their roster in ways that could define the next decade of Leafs hockey? The hockey world is buzzing with whispers about a potential blockbuster that could send shockwaves through both the Eastern and Western conferences. We're talking about Jason Robertson. Yes, that Jason Robertson, potentially making his way from Dallas to Toronto in what could be the most franchise-altering trade in recent Maple Leafs history. Let's set the scene here. Toronto just watched Mitch Marner pack his bags for Vegas, leaving behind a gaping hole in their top six forward group that's been haunting management ever since. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, the Stars are staring down the barrel of a contract negotiation with Robertson that could reshape their entire salary structure. Sometimes, when two teams have complementary problems, magic happens. The proposed deal is elegantly simple yet devastatingly effective. Jason Robertson heads north to Toronto, while Morgan Rielly makes the journey south to Dallas. On paper, it's almost perfectly balanced. Robertson 7. $775 million cap hit for Rielly 7. $5 million. But the real value exchange here goes far deeper than simple mathematics. What Toronto would be getting is nothing short of spectacular. Jason Robertson isn't just another skill winger. He's a proven, elite point producer who's coming off back-to-back 80-point seasons. Think about that for a moment. While other teams are desperately searching for consistent 30-goal scorers, the Leafs could be adding a player who's averaged 35 goals and 80 points over the past two seasons. That's not just replacing Marner's production. That's potentially exceeding it. At just 26 years old, Robertson represents everything Toronto has been missing since trading away their former star. He's got the size at 6'3" and 205 pounds to handle the physical demands of playoff hockey. He's got the skill to create offense from nothing. Most importantly, he's got the consistency to produce night after night, game after game, season after season. But here's where this trade proposal gets really interesting from a Dallas perspective. The Stars aren't looking to move Robertson because he's declining. They're considering it because they might not be able to afford what comes next. Industry insiders are projecting Robertson's next contract to land somewhere around $5 million per year over 8 years. That's Mikko Rantanen money. And for a team trying to maintain championship-level depth, that kind of commitment can be franchise crippling. Nick Kiprios hit the nail on the head when he pointed out Dallas's dilemma. They got a player who scored 46 goals and 109 points just 2 seasons ago. But they're facing the harsh reality of salary cap management. Robertson's next contract could eat up a massive chunk of their cap space, potentially forcing them to make painful decisions elsewhere on their roster. For Toronto, this timing couldn't be more perfect. The Leafs have the cap flexibility to absorb Robertson's current deal and the long-term vision to make that massive extension work. More importantly, they have the desperate need for exactly what Robertson brings: elite-level scoring from a player entering his prime years. Morgan Rielly heading to Dallas makes perfect sense from multiple angles. The Stars have been searching for offensive production from their blue line, and Rielly has been one of the most consistent point-producing defensemen in the league for years. His 41 points last season might not jump off the page, but his ability to quarterback a power play and contribute in transition is exactly what Dallas needs. From Toronto's perspective, moving really isn't about giving up on a franchise cornerstone. It's about roster optimization. David Pagnotta has already identified Rielly as a potential trade candidate, noting that while the defenseman has a no-movement clause, league speculation suggests the Leafs might be exploring options. Sometimes the best trades are the ones that benefit both players and both teams. But here's where this story gets even more compelling. Jason Robertson isn't just another potential acquisition for Toronto. He's Nick Robertson's older brother. The family connection adds an entirely new dimension to this potential move that goes beyond simple hockey analytics. Nick Robertson has struggled to find his footing with the Maple Leafs despite flashes of brilliance. He's bounced between the AHL and NHL, never quite getting consistent opportunity to showcase his skills at the highest level. What if the missing ingredient in Nick's development has been playing alongside his brother all along? The Robertson brothers have never played on the same team in their professional careers. Imagine the chemistry they could develop, the confidence boost Nick might get from having his older brother as a line mate, the family motivation that could drive both players to new heights. It's the kind of intangible factor that can transform good trades into legendary ones. For Jason, the appeal of Toronto goes beyond just hockey. This is a chance to play in one of the sport's most passionate markets, alongside elite talents like Austin Matthews and William Nylander, while also helping his younger brother reach his full potential. That's the kind of opportunity that transcends contract negotiations and salary considerations. The timing for this deal couldn't be better. Dallas is facing difficult decisions about their salary structure. Toronto is desperate to replace elite scoring. Both players involved could benefit from change of scenery moves that maximize their respective skill sets. Sometimes in hockey, all the pieces align perfectly, and smart general managers recognize those moments and act decisively. This isn't just about replacing what Toronto lost when Marner left. It's about building something even better. Robertson brings a different element than Marner, a more physical presence with equally elite offensive instincts. Combined with the family storyline and the perfect salary match, this trade has blockbuster written all over it. The question isn't whether this trade makes sense. It's whether both general managers have the vision and courage to pull the trigger on a deal that could reshape both franchises. Sometimes the best moves are the ones that seem obvious in hindsight, but require incredible foresight to execute. Do you think the Leafs should go all in on Jason Robertson, even if it means giving up Morgan Rielly? Could this be the move that finally puts Toronto over the top, or are there too many unknowns to justify the risk? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to hit that like button if you want to see more analysis of the trades that could change everything for our beloved Maple Leafs.